You must be joining me for my core class today. It's a weird intro. Sorry. So, as many of you know, I am Brad. I will be leading us through a core class today. As you can see my little note in the chat there. If you have some light dumbbells, maybe grab them. We'll use them a little bit today. If you don't have any dumbbells, just anything heavy that you have laying around your house, soup cans work. We have a whole video on things that you can use laying around your house if need be. If you don't have any of that stuff, that's fine. You don't really need dumbbells today. But if you have them, great. So what we'll do is I got a big set of exercises. As you can see here, it's written very, very tiny. This is my issue today, is I'm going to have to try to see these while we're doing this. But we're going to run through that whole list 3 times, and then we'll call it a day. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get loose. I'm going to grab a little something to balance on. But we're going to start, as we usually do with my classes, with some leg swings. So just going front and back. Just about 30 seconds worth. Hope you guys are all having a nice day. If you're spending your lunch break with me, I appreciate it. Hopefully you're in a cooler environment than it is in my home. Switch legs. Because we lost our air conditioning last night. So this just is the first stage of me sweating a lot today. At least now I have the excuse of working out. All right, we'll cross it. We'll go in the front. Really warm those hips up. Good, switch it out. I'm going to come back here. Hope you all recovered well from your 4th of July. It was a hot one this weekend. Good. All right, we'll do some trunk twists. I like to keep the arms tight to start, and then as it gets looser, I'll get them farther away from my body, just build up the torque a little bit. So, I guess I should probably talk about class a little bit today. We are going to do some basic core movements that you guys probably already know, planks, crunches, that kind of stuff. We'll also do some bigger compound movements. We'll do some single leg deadlifts to start. Stuff that maybe is not necessarily inherently difficult, but I want you to think about balancing and bracing with the core. If any of you have seen me do yoga, you know the balance is an issue for me. So we'll work on that today. I'm going to do some arm swings. I like to start out slow, work through a good range of motion, slowly work them out bigger. Open up that chest. Work a little faster. You can go reverse if you want a couple of times. I'm going to. Good. Let's do some neck rolls. Just because we are going to do some crunches today. So in case you push really hard for those last couple, you don't want to get the neck straining while we do it. All right, we'll go back the other way. Good. I feel warm. I hope you feel warm. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start with some single leg deadlifts. If you've got your dumbbells, now is a really good time to use them. If you don't have dumbbells, that's fine. You can use something else that's heavy, or you don't have to use anything at all. But what we're going to do is hold one dumbbell in each hand. We're going to shoot for one leg to start. Then we'll do the other leg. We're going to do 10 on each leg. I am not going to alternate. I'm going to stay on the same leg for 10 and then go to the other one. But what we're going to do is basically slightly bend the one knee, kind of reach down to our shoelaces, and let the other leg go back straight. So it's going to look something like this, and then come up. And hopefully your balance is a little bit better than mine. If that's too difficult and you need help with balance, you can use a chair or hold on to something and do the same thing with just one arm. Okay? So, 10 on one leg, 10 on the other leg. Please don't laugh at me when I inevitably fall over, because I will. But that's why we work on this stuff. So, I'm going to start. There's 1, 2, and again, if you don't have the dumbbells, you don't have to use dumbbells. Get a good stretch in that hamstring. Good. And I'm going to switch legs. That was 10. Try to keep your pace nice and slow. Woo. Good. That was 10 and 10 for me. All right. We're going to go downward to a side plank. We're going to do each side for 30 seconds. If you have those dumbbells, I would encourage you to pull one up on your hip like I'm going to do. See if you can hold it there for the entire 30 seconds. You can stack your feet. You can unstack your feet if you have trouble with balance, or bend this bottom leg and just come up on a knee. Whichever one works for you. I'm all about choices. But we got 30 seconds. Ready? Go. I am somebody who generally likes to add weight to their ab exercises. Our abs are muscles just like anything else. And in order to get them stronger, you have to put some kind of load on them. So we got about 10 seconds to go on this side. Then we're going to flip. Done. Now you can do them from your elbows like I'm doing them. If you want to do them from your hands, you can do them from your hands. Find something that is difficult for you. But we got another 30. Go. Bo would be proud. You can do a tree. I'm not going to do a tree, and that's why. About halfway. 10 seconds. Again, if you don't have a weight, you can just be doing a side plank. Done. I could have told you that part before we were, in the final seconds, but I assumed you understood. All right, we're going to take that weight. If you have it, we're going to do wood choppers. If you don't have the weight, you don't need to use it. Starts over our head. We're going to come down to our side and back up, okay? That's 1. This is a pretty fluid motion, so it's going to seem like we're flying through it. We're going to do 20 on each side, so you're doing 40 total. Ready? I'm going to start going to my right. Go. There's 1 and 1. Get a good twist. Get a good little bend. It's 3 for me. I'm at 8. 9. 10. Halfway. 14. 15, 16, 18, 19, and 20. All right, we're going to go with a feet up crunch, so down on your back. Legs are going to be straight up. We're just reaching to our toes. We got 20 of these also. If you have that dumbbell or that extra weight, feel free to use it in your hands. But you got 20 of them. Go. And you're just coming up, high enough off the ground to get your shoulder blades up. $15. 20. Oh, it feels so much better with the weight. Just like everything in life. If you're holding a dumbbell, life is good. All right, we're going to do leg lifts. So, legs are straight out. Hands can be at your side, behind your head, or underneath your bottom. I like to put them underneath my bottom just to protect that lower back. Legs are straight out. We're going to bring them up using the lower abs till they're straight up and drop them back down. Try to keep them from touching the ground. If you have to let them rest for a second, you can. But you've got 20 of them. We're going to start now. Try to keep that head down too. I looked up for a second to check my position. That's fine. Halfway, 11, 12. Remember, you're using the abs to lift the legs. We're not just swinging. 18, 19, 20. Keep finishing them up. Get to 20. I'll give you a little bit of time. And then when you get there, we're going to stand up. I can just sit here and watch like I'm judging you for those of you that are maybe still going, but I won't. All right, hopefully you're done with your 20. We're going to do some lunges, alternating, so 10 on each side, 20 total. But we're going to do them with the hands up in the air. I want you to focus on using your core, your abs, your obliques, your low back to keep you balanced, because you're not going to have your hands there to kind of reach out, okay? So, arms are straight up, lunge it out, bring it back. If you usually do your lunges holding something for balance, consider doing lunges without holding them for balance, but you can have your hands down at your sides. I'm at 4 on each, 5 on each. If you guys watch the videos that I run, you probably know by now how much I like lunges. Not as much as squats, but getting close. That's 9. Could be 10. Don't know if I lost count. This is 10. Good. Hopefully you guys are finishing up. I'm going to read my tiny little writing here. And then we're going back down to the ground. We're going to do heel touches. Another one of my favorites. The shoulder blades are off the ground for the whole move. We're not coming down at any point. You're going to take your hands out to the side, touch the heels. Each touch counts as 1. We're going to go to 30 total, 15 on each side. Okay? Go. So there's 1, 2, 3. If this is too hard, move your feet farther away from you or closer to each other. Do the opposite if they're too easy for you. That's 10 for me. 13, 14. 14, 15. Good. All right, we got 10 inchworms. So we're going to start standing at the end of our mat. If you don't have a mat and you're at home, you probably have carpet, which counts as like a whole room worth of a mat. So, but all we're going to do is walk out on our hands till we get to a plank, walk it back and stand up and repeat. So this is number one. We're keeping our lower body fairly straight. We're inching back, and that's one. Two. Three. Four. Five. Try to keep yourself nice and stable throughout the whole move. We don't want a bunch of wobbling like that. 6. We want you nice and stable. Slow and steady. 7. 8. 9. Once I get to the top, jumping the gun. Too excited. Very excited about inchworms. And there's 10. I'll give you a couple seconds to finish up if you're a little farther behind. We're going to go down and do some planks. So we're going to do a plank, but we're going to jump our feet out and in. Okay? So it's going to be kind of like this, but in a plank position. We're going to do it for 30 seconds. If you don't want to jump the feet, you can step with the feet. Okay? If both of those are too hard, just hold a plank. Okay? You can do those planks from your elbows or from your hands. But we got 30 seconds. It's going to look, I'll do it from the side for you. It's going to look something like this. Try to limit how much your backside goes up and down. Okay? 30 seconds. Go. So we don't want this. Okay, keep it nice and low. Quick feet. And again, if you don't want to jump, you can do a step. About 10 seconds. Make sure you're over the arms and they're not out in front of you. Good. All right, to finish it out, we got 20 hip bridges. If you got your weight, put it right here on your hips to make it a little bit more difficult. But knees are bent, feet are flat. We're going to drive the hips up. Hold at the top for a second, get a good squeeze. Drop it back down to the ground. That's 1. We got 20 of them. Go. 1. 2. Try to get a good squeeze in the hamstrings and the glutes. If it's too hard with the weight on your hips, you don't have to use a weight. If it's too easy, you can do 10 with one leg, 10 with the other leg. I'm at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, get that good squeeze at the top, 16, 17, 19, last one, big squeeze on the last one, 20, good. Little breather, get a drink if you need one. Hopefully that weight slamming the ground wasn't too loud. I know that it can be. Once you've gotten a drink, pick up the weights again, go through the whole thing a second time. stiff-legged deadlift to start. I'm going to go ahead and go. If you need a little bit longer of a pause, go ahead and hit the pause button on the video. Hit play when you're ready to start. I'm going to start with the left leg. So I'm down, back leg is up. There's 1. Going 10 and 10. Get a good stretch in the hamstrings. A little bit in the low back. Try to hold better balance than I can. It's 5, 6. Oh, that's 7. 10. All right, we're going to switch it out. I'll stay facing this way. I'm going to restart that one because I was already going. There's 1, 2, 8, 9, 10. All right, got our side planks with our weight. 30 seconds. And go. Yeah, I've been working out for a long time. Played sports. My balance has never gotten any better. Maybe one day. Just got to keep working at it. About halfway. About 5 seconds. 2, 1, done. Good. Flip sides. And up. Everything is better with weight, I said. That was the first time through. Second time through, I don't know. About halfway. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. All right, back up. We got some wood choppers. 20 on each side. Starting them up over our head. And go. There's 1, 1. Get a good swing. Focus on firing it back with your core. 5. Remember, our core is not just our front abs, it's those obliques, it's that lower back, hip flexors. I'm at 12, I believe. $15. 17. 18. 19. 20. One quick note on any move like that that's very dynamic with lots of moving parts. Don't be afraid to play around with it a little bit until you feel it. So, like that set for me, first 4 or 5, I wasn't really getting it where I was wanting to get it. So it was really about finding that separation between my hips and my shoulders to get that stretch. There's a lot of exercises that are like that. Okay? As long as you're doing them safely, try to find that burn for you. Okay? And even something like that, I mean, this is only 10 pounds, not a whole lot for me, but I can still find a burn in that exercise, even with that, by doing it the right way that works for me. Okay, we got our feet up crunch. So legs are going up. Weights going to the hands. Reaching for our toes. Go. Remember, get those shoulder blades up off the ground. Lift yourself with the core. Don't swing up. Lift up. I'm at 6. $13. 18. 20. All right, we're going to stay down there. We got our leg lifts again. Make sure you guys remind me for my next Monday evening or Wednesday afternoon class. Right bigger. All right, hands are going underneath my bottom. Legs are straight out. And we got 20. Go. Bring that bottom up off the ground. Try not to let the feet touch. If they have to, just to get a rest, I'm okay with that. 5, 6. 10. 13. 14. 19. 20. All right, we got our lunges. Arms are up. Alternating, 10 on each side, so we're going to hit 20 total. Here we go. 2. No, 1, sorry. 2. 'Remember, we're trying to get 90 degrees, both knees and hips. That should get you to a depth where that back knee is just shy of touching the ground, just barely. If the back knee does touch, I'm not going to yell at you too bad because I can't see you. But you know what you did. One more. Good. I'll give you guys some time to finish up if you need to. When you get done with it, going back to the ground, we got our heel touches again. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you have finished your lunges. If you want to add weight to these, plate on the chest works. But we're not using dumbbells, it's going on a roll. We got 15 each side. Go at a nice slow pace. Try to keep up with me. Don't go ahead of me. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep those shoulder blades up off the ground. 5. 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Love that exercise. Looks like it's nothing. But if you do it right and you find the burn, great exercise. All right, we got our inchworms. 10 of them. Ready? Go. Walk it out to a plank. Hold for a second. Bring it back. Really good exercise to practice your hip hinge. So squatting, deadlifting, anything that requires those hips dropping back. There we go, I'm dropping my hips back and up, coming straight up. It's 3 for me. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Okay, what we got next? All right, we got our little planks with our legs coming open and close. I'm going to do a step this time. You're welcome to do the jumps again if you'd like. It's a little hard for me to talk while I'm doing the jumps. So we got 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Just stepping in and out. Again, if you want to do the jumps, you can do the jumps. We're about a little over halfway. Five seconds. And done. All right, lastly, we go to our bridges. Back's flat. Feet are flat. Get that extra weight if you got it. Put it on your hips. Last exercise of the day. And up. Get a good squeeze. 2. 3. 4. 5. I guess I don't need to count out loud for all of them, do I? It's 11. 15. 16. 17, 18, 19, 20. Very nice. There you have it. 30 minutes core work. I hope you enjoyed it. We can stretch out a little bit. I want to go down, touch my toes. Especially from all those lunges. That's where I am tight. As we talked about a couple of times this week, I know I said something in my evening class. There should be an updated schedule that was sent to you guys with when our class times are. If you have any questions about that, shoot us an email at virtualwellness@trihealth.com. But we have classes running Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. We've got, oh, by the way, I'm doing a quad stretch. Evening classes, 5:15 on Mondays and Tuesdays. And then we've got 7 a.m. classes also running on Tuesday, Thursday. So if you need that whole schedule, like I said, don't hesitate to shoot an email to me, to us. We'll get it to you. Ooh, even with the chair, I'll balance. Good. Let's lunge it out just a little bit to each side, too. But I hope you guys stay cool today. As my closing spiel always goes, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment. It helps us out. If you do want to reach us for anything, you can always send us an email at that virtualwellness@trihealth.com email I said earlier. We love talking to you. But otherwise, I am Brad. This has been your Wednesday core class. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you guys soon.